Real talk, the truth, nigga.
And it don't stop. Yeah. Mr. Real Talk, the metaphor Messiah. Bow down to the king of kings. Bow down to the king. We talking legendary coming soon, the mixtape. Black stars.
I bring the battle to you. If we were the same size, you couldn't fit in my shoes. Bear crown for the infinite. You better check your insolence. Careers get flushed, the same toilet that you pissed in it. This rap's just a piece of tiramisu. They should've kept it independent. Ask Schoolboy Q. Lay siege to your throne. You are fucking with Capone. She ain't fucking with me. She fucking with one of my clones. Nasty with the similes. Monster with a metaphor. She can suck a mean one.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Dead on Dave, and we just finished up with one of the most bizarre and uneven Monday Night Raws I think I've ever watched. So much that I liked, but every single segment had a big yeah, but. I'm like, okay, yeah, but. You know, every single segment tonight, everything that happened, every single thing we'll go through because we got copious amounts of notes to get through. We're going to do that. Thank you for joining me, by the way, because I am your boy, Dead on Dave. Thank you very much for joining me for the best review of Monday Night Raw on YouTube. You're right here. Buckle in, buckle up. I'm going to take your calls. We're going to on Skype and the new number 702-751-2902 or on Skype, davidvancura, davidvancura. We got a lot to get to, but this whole night, and I'll start with the ending. It was just a big batch of yeah, but. I couldn't believe it. Look, I understand if you are happy, if you are thrilled with what happened at the end of the show. If you enjoyed that, if you were just thrilled to see The Undertaker and Kane, I get that. I can understand it. It makes a lot of sense. They're The Undertaker and Kane. That's great. However, here is my issue. Why not have partners to help get some new young talent over with them? Okay, that's the first off, because there's no way that this makes sense that The Undertaker and Kane, two guys who add up to about 100 years old, can just decimate four young studs the way they just did. Four studs who are supposed to be cornerstones of your roster. And because they make decisions like that, because they continue to do things of this nature, it's why the tournament falls on its face. Two of the hottest things they have going, two of the hottest things, at least in their own mind, one is fictional, that's the Wyatts, and the other being the New Day. Not one of those seven guys cracks the goddamn tournament. Not one of those seven guys cracks in the tournament. 16 people in that tournament. Not one of those seven is in the tournament. Stardust is in the tournament. Oh, yeah, Stardust. King Baird, who can't pick up a victory if his life depended on, he's in the tournament. It's just unbelievable. It's a whole damn night. There's a lot that I liked, and I'm going to get to it. I did not think this was a terrible Raw. I just think there was a lot of very strange, very uneasiness, a lot of unbalanced bullshit. Look, I'm going to take your calls. I want to get through some copious amounts of notes first, but I'm going to take your calls. I just want to get, look, it makes absolutely no sense for Kane and The Undertaker to be burying the Wyatts like this. I just don't get it. They're going to bury him at Survivor Series as well. It's going to make some people happy. I get the curtain call, the final rounds. That's all wonderful. But it doesn't have to be at the detriment of these young talents again. Wyatt already jobbed to Taker at WrestleMania. Here's another thing that drives me absolutely nuts. Undertaker is coming off one of his most important and just most badass feuds in years. He worked a hell of a program with Brock Lesnar. A hell of a program. They beat the living shit out of each other. It made us care about The Undertaker again because of how brutal those matches were. And what's the curtain call to that? Him going right back to the corny shit that made a lot of us, got people like me, not everybody, but people like me, tired of him in the first place. Yeah, I just there's so much purple lightning a guy can absorb. There's only so much purple lightning a guy can take, and I think I've reached my limit. I think I've reached my limit on the smoke. I think I've reached my limit on the fire and brimstone. I think I've reached my limit on the 17-minute intro. I just don't understand it, and I don't get how this damn roster, in a time where it could be shaken up and used properly because of the absence of one of their top guys, the guy who has been, now granted, in a weak championship role, but he's been the cornerstone for the past 7 months. That's Seth Rollins. He's out. This is the opportunity to start bringing new guys to the forefront, and they don't capitalize on any of it. Now, look, as far as the international flavor going, these shows are always a little bit different when they go overseas, especially when they go to England. They seem to cater to different things, and that's completely fine. I understand it. And I know a lot of people are pissed off at this crowd tonight. I don't think it's on them. That crowd was pretty goddamn rowdy. They were heavily edited. Heavily edited. It was a taped show. It was not live, and you could tell they were edited. Big time. And it seemed like somebody in the back was just messing with the damn levels all goddamn night. And it was annoying as shit. Nothing seemed to be going the way it was supposed to as far as sound quality. I don't understand that. Just leave it the fuck on. Leave it turned on and let the crowd react the way that they're going to. That's what we want to see. We want to see that crowd react. We want to hear it. It means something. But the whole night, I don't know if you guys got the same experience, but the whole damn night, I'm hearing, crickets during some big spots. It took huge spots to even get heard. Huge spots to even really register, it seemed like. It was just bizarre. And I don't know why this has become a thing. I certainly don't know why it's become a thing in an overseas market. I don't know if it's to protect Roman Reigns, which you could tell that was a big part in the beginning. And like I said, we're going to get to match by match and all that in a moment. But I just have so many problems with tonight is for some of the things that I did enjoy because I thought the tournament is effective in some ways. But there are so many others that there are just humongous problems. But before we get to all that, before I get to your guys' call, make sure you hit that like button. You're here, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,600 subs. And if you're so inclined, go pick up a Dead on Dave t-shirt over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com or donate to the channel right in the description box below. I think I got my $1 million laugh working properly for a change, so you'll get your notification tonight. Let's go ahead and take a call. On that number that you guys help pay for, 702-751-2902. Let's take a call right there. 828. You're live with, I was bringing you live, but you hung up. So let's go to somebody that I know is tried and true, and I know he's got a really good point. I didn't use it for him because he gave me the line, but I wasn't going to take it. I'm going to let him do it. The one, the only, Tony Barrasso. Man, I'm all friggin' pumped up. What's up, Tony? What the hell? What the hell, Tony? You got a weird... Oh, my God. I don't know what the hell that was. Tony, we're trying again here. What the hell is going on with your audio, bud?
How about now?
Okay, you don't sound like a chipmunk. That's good.
Always happens the first time I always try to call.
It sounded like you were having chipmunk sex. Oh, God, I can't even say the line right. Oh, my God, terrible. What you got for me, man? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Fucking, I texted you about this. Fucking Roll-Up City.
The Roll-Up City tonight.
What the fuck?
I did not get it.
What shit was this?
I think every match ended with a roll-up tonight.
At least I think 5 matches ended with a fucking roll-up or a dirty pin.
It made no sense. Like, even the good matches, and there were a few, they just lost their luster. They did weird injury angles throughout the night. One, I believe, was legitimate. I think Cesaro really might have tore his bicep. The Ambrose one, I'm going to talk about that in the notes, but I want to talk about that real quick that I have somebody on the line. Ambrose is rolling along. This Tyler Breeze match, I think, was just picking up steam. Ambrose comes off the top rope, and he lands flush. He lands perfectly, but sells a shoulder injury. And now why do I think it's not legitimate? Well, because directly after he got up, Tyler Breeze starts ramming him into the post. If it was a legit injury, they wouldn't have done that. So that's why I believe it was a storyline injury. I didn't understand the need for that. And have him win. Like, if they were going to have him lose, okay, sell the shoulder injury, give the victory to Breeze, then we got a resentful Dean Ambrose. But they worked the damn injury and then had him win in a bizarre roll-up. What did you make of that? What the hell was that tonight?
I was just like, wow, another fucking roll-up of the night. Like, I texted you, even they booked Ambrose doing it too. And
that's what I just said. Yeah, I just talked about the Ambrose thing. It made no sense.
Yeah, it just, not even because it was Ambrose, it just happened so many times tonight, it was not fucking needed.
No, it wasn't. And, it just, over and over, it's just, nothing made sense. The damn Natalya working the exact same match that she already worked with Tamina, but now with Naomi. It's just none of it. It was just bizarre and strange and ineffective. I think that's the thing tonight. Most of the matches were ineffective, and that's just not going to work.
30 pin equal no effect. But I'll be honest with you. I felt like that Becky Lynch versus Paige match was not. I'll admit it wasn't bad. Match. Yeah, I was paying attention to it, and I was like, this is not bad. Then I watched the Natalya match, and I'm like, that should not even been on the fucking card.
Yeah. Look, I didn't hate everything tonight. There's a lot that I actually liked, and I'm going to get through that when I go through the notes. I want to take your call and let you get that out because I know that you had that good line, and I didn't want to steal it from you. I was going to steal it, but I decided not to. What's your rating tonight, Tony?
6.57, because the fucking endings of the matches were horrible.
And you might be being generous. You might be being generous. You might be being a little generous.
Fuck tonight, man.
I don't know.
At this point.
Well, go get yourself some sleep because the world has changed because Fallout 4 is out. So I appreciate you calling in, though.
I'm getting that game.
Yeah, I'm about to download it. I got a story to tell about Fallout 4 and downloading in a minute because I bought the game, pre-ordered it, and I'm so pissed off. I'm going to tell that story in a minute. But I appreciate the call, Tony.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy. Let's take another call, and then we'll get into copious amounts of notes. 828, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
It's Tommy NC 2010, the most electrifying moment. Hello, Dead on Dave.
Tommy talks. Tommy NC 2010, the guy who writes me at 3 o'clock in the morning and demands that I call him. What is going on, my friend? How are you doing?
What an epic Raw. Like, I didn't even know Undertaker was booked tonight. I thought it was just going to be... No, I did not know he was booked
yeah, but
tonight.
I mean, epic, really? See, I get that a night like tonight was going to cater to someone like you, and you were going to enjoy that. Me, I'm so bored by the damn thing, because why else save Wyatt for the end if it wasn't going to be Taker and Kane? Which, that in of itself, I'm fine with. But why not add somebody to that? Why not bring Balor into the situation? Why not bring JBL? Why not bring somebody? But to have two guys whose combined age is almost 100 fucking years old to decimate four studs, four monsters in the prime of their lives made absolutely no sense to me.
Well, I thought just the brothers, the brothers of destruction was, just epic, and just them coming out, was just an awesome force.
It was epic in the early 2000s. It was epic in the 90s, but now is it really epic? It's geriatric. I mean, it's just like the only things that I can get in my head is these guys going back and drinking Metamucil and rubbing Bengay on each other and, and talking about taking Epsom salt baths and stuff and the boils that they have. It's all I can think about because they're ancient. It's like, I wish that the guy from, what the hell was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name, but from a very famous 90s movie, the guy who created the dinosaurs, and he goes, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." No, but instead he says, "Welcome."
John Hammond.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to Geriatric Park. That's what we got tonight. It was Geriatric Park, And instead, but see, like in a real geriatric park, what do old citizens do? They go and they might play shuffleboard. They might break a hip. They might, they drink stuff. No. This geriatric park is 2 senior citizens almost beating the holy hell out of 4 young late 20, early 30-year-olds in the prime of their fucking careers. It just drove me insane.
Okay, here's the thing. I have respect for Undertaker. He's 50 years old,
Sure.
and the guy still laces up his boots, and
Sure.
he still steps in the ring.
Sure, I got respect for him, but I don't need to see it. I don't need, especially coming off of a feud that he had with Brock Lesnar, a feud that made me care about The Undertaker again, and they follow it up with this, with just the same old shit. Why are we supposed to think that Bray Wyatt's anywhere near a threat when Undertaker already dispatched him on his own at WrestleMania? And now these 2 guys have already come in and beaten the shit out of the 4 of the Wyatt family. So why even add anybody else to this match? So that means at Survivor Series, it's going to be the 4 Wyatts versus the 2 Brothers of Destruction? It doesn't matter what they do there. It's a no-win situation. It's like you have the Wyatts win, they beat up 2 old men. You have the Undertaker and Kane win, you have the Brothers of Destruction win there, and then they just buried 4 young studs. Makes absolutely no sense.
Well, if they beat him, they still push him. Even if Taker and Kane beat them, they're still going to give them an epic name. They're still going to give them, because I don't know how long Taker's going to be in the wrestling business. Who knows how long he's going to be involved with doing that. One more WrestleMania. I want the Sting and Undertaker match. That's what I want, and I want Taker to retire. I'm sorry, I don't want to see the guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, look, I'm with that. I have no problem with seeing Sting and Undertaker, mainly because I don't want to see anybody else with The Undertaker. I don't even want to see stupid-ass Cena and Taker, which is the rumor going around right now that is the match that's going to happen, which makes absolutely no sense. But just because I don't want to see any more young stars get fed to The Undertaker needlessly, I want to see Sting and Taker. Not because I want to see it because it's going to be a great match, because it's going to be horrible, but just because I don't want to see any more young talent get fed needlessly to The Undertaker. This drives me insane. This tonight drove me nuts. They had a chance to really go big, and they just didn't. They just chose not to. They went mild. It's like, when you're a kid and you go to a water park, you're so excited. You've been going to I'm finally going to a water park. They got the high dives and everything. And you go and you look up and they got the diving boards. You got the one that's like 2 feet off the ground. You got like the middle and 10 feet. And you got the big one, the Big Daddy. And you're like, oh, all week you've been telling your friends, I'm going on the big diving board. I can't wait. And then you get up there and you puss out and you go off the middle diving board. That's what it was tonight. It was a middle diving board evening for me, Tommy. That's my problem. Yeah, exactly. What else you got for me, Tommy? Tommy!
I actually have to let you go, man, but thank you for letting me call into your show.
Okay.
I just want to say my grandfather passed away this week, so I'm down for the funeral this week.
I'm very sorry about your loss, my friend.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy.
Thank you.
I love Tommy NC 2010, but that's got to be, of all the weird calls that he's ever made to this show, and he's made a lot, that's got to be the weirdest. I mean, that's it's like I wasn't beating him up over his views or anything, but I was just, we were having a conversation. At least I thought we were, and then I'm hitting him with good things. I try to get his input back, and there's nothing, and then he just drops the bombshell on everybody. My grandfather died. That was bizarre and weird, even for Tommy, even by those standards. That was interesting. But of course, we do wish nothing but the best for you, Tommy, and we are sorry for your loss. it's just I'm such a dick because I want to make a joke because we were just talking about The Undertaker. Am I a terrible person for that? I think I am. I really do. I'm a horrible fucking human being. But at least it was appropriate in some regards. I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's get back to it, man. Let's take another call. 540, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's good, Dave?
Not Raw. I'm talking myself out of liking more of it.
That's why I watched more of the football game.
I don't give a fuck about it. Look, I'm a Bears fan. I don't care about this fucking game. I couldn't. I am a diehard Bears fan because it doesn't matter if they win or the Bears are done. It's over. I don't care. Football doesn't interest me as much as it used to. So really, the only thing that's going to make me really give a shit about football is if the Bears get really good again, because football's terrible. Let's face it. The sport is completely dead. It's dying. It's awful. So I just don't care about it. And the Bears, they're awful. They're just awful. If they win, they're beating a San Diego team that I believe also has 2 wins. Who cares? That's where I am. So I watched Raw. I didn't watch 1 second of the Bears game.
I watched Raw for like the first hour and a half.
Yeah, and then you switched over to Monday night boring football.
Yeah, but I want to go to the little tweet that you sent me.
Oh, look, I got to stop you, man. I can't hear you. You cannot come on here tonight and defend Roman Reigns. This is not the night to do it.
The only reason why the match took because it was Big Show.
No, it's not only because, look, to be a champion, to be somebody who's going to transcend the goddamn, to pick up the ball, pick up the company and put it on your shoulders, to be the guy that you want him to be, he's got to be able to be at least serviceable with every goddamn person on the roster. He can't wrestle with people who are not great. And it's not just Big Show. It's anybody who is not spectacular. If they are mediocre, Reigns has bad matches with them. You have to be fantastic to get a good match out of this guy. And that's a problem. And look, I just gave Roman Reigns credit just a few days ago. I was just talking about how, okay, Roman Reigns, I like where he's going. But tonight, the crowd hated his guts. When fucking everybody threw up in their mouths collectively when Triple H put that belt on Roman Reigns' shoulder. I wanted to hate fuck myself. It was awful. But I'll let you try to defend this. Go ahead, please.
Well, first off, I want to say I love the belt on him. I mean, I think it fits perfectly. But
God.
You know what I mean? It's because people don't give him enough credit for what he's done. I mean,
I give him all the credit in the world. I try to give this guy credit. I give him credit for every good thing he does. I give him more credit than almost anybody else. But then he lays these fucking monster eggs like he does tonight. That match with fucking Big Show was a turd nugget on a piss pot. It was horrible. It was god-awful. And I swear to God, if Big Show yells one more time, I'm a giant, I'm going to cut off one of my own fingers. Not because I think that's going to matter to the WWE, just because I need something that's going to numb the pain or at least take the place of it. So I'm chopping off a little digit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it and I'm going to send it to fucking WWE and say, this is what you do to me with Big Show and his fucking I'm a giant. No shit, you're a giant. Your name used to be the fucking Giant. I can't deal with it. I'm just
man. Tell me how you really feel.
I am, and I'm throwing you over the top rope because you brought this anger out in me. You get out of here. Goodbye. I love you. Let's take another call. 909. You're live with Dead on Dave. Don't piss me off like Pittsburgh boy. What you got?
What's up, Dave? It's Jordan, man. How you doing?
I'm living large, man. I just had to yell at somebody. I hope that you're not next.
No. I had a question.
Yes.
So, the Roman Reigns and Triple H segment.
Yeah.
I was a little eerie about it. I mean, it was good. I mean, Roman Reigns did okay on the microphone. Decent. I mean, I was the same thing. Like, you know.
And Triple H did a great job in that promo. First and foremost, let me say that.
Triple H, yeah.
He did a great job. Not a good job. He did a great job. I love Triple H's promo. But every time they shifted it back to Roman Reigns, I lost interest. It just it doesn't work. It's like Mex America. Man. It doesn't work.
Exactly. I was like, I was thinking to myself, me and my friend were like sitting there looking at each other like, well, why is he talking on the microphone? Like, why won't they have him be this badass, have him be a man of a few words, just spear and punch people? That's it.
Yeah. By the way, we just got a donation. John Cena's mother just donated $1. For crying out loud, Dave, bleach your beard. But anywho, hold on, I gotta read the rest. I gotta read the rest of this. This is too good. I gotta read the rest of that. Hold on, I lost it. I gotta get it back. For crying out loud, Dave, bleach your beard. But anywho, terrible Raw. Rollins' injury did more damage besides the world title situation. I lost faith in the Wyatts after what I saw since last week, and it's not Wyndham Rotundo's fault. I agree with that shit.
I agree.
John Cena's mother, thank you for your donation.
But as I was saying, you know, do you agree? Like, have him be this badass, like everybody's been saying, and have him, I mean, you know, just spear and punch people.
Yes.
You know, have him be a man of a few words. That's it. That's all you got to do with him.
It's very simple. The playbook for Reigns is very easy.
Yeah. It just frustrates me because, you know, I want to be a fan of him, but when he gets that microphone, I just cringe. I'm like, Roman, please don't F it up. And then he F's it up, and it's like, oh, my God. He
habitually F's it up. He consistently F's it up. It's what he does. And look, Pittsburgh boy's trying to call me again. I'm not taking Pittsburgh's call. I'm just not doing it. I take his call all the time. I can't listen to this fucking the same two things he says about Roman Reigns every time. I love Pittsburgh boy. I appreciate him watching. I appreciate his calls. But Jesus Christ, I can't do it no more. I'm gonna lose my mind. What's your rating for tonight, man?
Oh man, yeah, I'm being kind of nice here. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10.
I think that's fair. I'm somewhere around there, maybe 5.5. I might be able to go to a 6, but the more I'm talking about Raw, the more angry I'm getting, and it's so I don't know. I
got one more thing before you let me go. One more.
Yeah,
thing.
No problem.
This Cesaro thing and the Sasha Banks, the section stuff, that was pretty cool. I thought that was really, really cool.
I did like that.
With the Sasha Banks section and then the Cesaro section. Cesaro is such a great talent.
You know, he busted his ass tonight. Again.
Yeah. It's just the mic skills, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with Roman Reigns.
He doesn't need him.
It's the same thing with Roman.
He's on a different level as far as in-ring ability. He doesn't need mic skills to be over. He's already over. Roman Reigns is not that over. Cesaro has won everybody over with his talent. Roman can't.
He's amazing.
He is.
Yeah, Cesaro is just amazing.
I agree. Well, let me get some other calls, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that sounds good, bro. All right. Thank you for taking my call, and I'll be in the chat.
All right, no problem, man. Keep it copious, buddy.
All right, I will, man. Thank you.
Let's take another call. 631, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm so fucking pissed about this Bray Wyatt shit. You have, no idea. Dude, it's a fucking travesty, dude. They just buried the most over guy in the fucking roster.
Bray's not the most over guy in the roster, but
I think he's the only guy who got a huge pop tonight.
I don't know. I think, that's not exactly true. That crowd was heavily edited tonight, heavily edited. I think a bunch of people did get some good pops. We just really weren't able to hear it. The thing with the Wyatt thing is they've been burying him for so long because the guy can't win a feud except it's against Dean Ambrose. The only other guy that they've mismanaged worse than Bray Wyatt is Dean Ambrose, so that makes a lot of sense. But I don't get... If you're gonna bury him, if you're gonna put him under to Taker and Kane, which I don't have a problem with fundamentally, I gotta admit, but why not put some people with Taker and Kane and at least make this mean something? At least make.
Why not put Taker and Kane with the Wyatts and have them manage them on their way out and use them to their full, use Taker and Kane to their full potential?
I don't like that one. I don't like
Really?
that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like putting them together because if Taker and Kane are with the Wyatts, they're going to overshadow them. The Wyatts will never be able to be their own entity because it's going to be Kane and Taker. And nobody's going to buy that Bray Wyatt can control Kane and Taker. I was so glad that Kane and Taker did not kneel tonight because I thought they were. I thought they were going to kneel down to Bray Wyatt. I really did, and I would have really trashed Raw if that happened because that makes even less sense to me. Yeah, I was going to hate that. Yes, absolutely.
God damn. Well, dude, what the fuck did Undertaker and Kane gain by beating Wyatt?
Nothing. They didn't gain anything by beating Wyatt.
Hurts everyone.
It does. Well, see, it could be done in a decent way. That's the thing. If they're going to beat him, at least bring some young talent and put them over. At the very least. Add Finn Balor to this situation. Have him get the decisive victory. Do something different. I'm hoping that the Wyatts go over at Survivor Series, but I doubt it. But I highly doubt it. Okay, my call just got dropped. All right, so yeah, there you go. Thanks for the call. I did not hang up on you, just so you know. The call got dropped. Not my fault. All right. There we go. All right, Pittsburgh. If I can take your call again, I will. But if other people are calling in like they have been, I ain't taking your call. I believe you. You're a man of your word. Man of your word. But still, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Okay? To make me fucking crazy. All right, let's get into some copious amounts of notes before we get the next phone call, which you guys can call in on. So, there we go. Pittsburgh, the Q. All right, Pittsburgh.
I'm not going to kiss Berman's ass.
You're going to a little. I have a feeling you're going to a little.
No, I'm going to say something that I thought was going to happen earlier.
All right, go ahead.
I had a little bit of a feeling, when Triple H was talking to Roman in the ring, I thought Roman was actually going to go along with it. Then, it was set up for Seth to come back and get pissed at Triple H.
No, because he's Cena. Because he's Cena. Do you not see that he is Cena? Do you
he is not Cena.
He is Cena.
How many times we have to go through this?
Oh, goodbye. If you can't see that Roman Reigns is Cena, I can't deal with you. I can't throw it over the top rope for the second time because you refuse to see the reality of the situation. Let's take another call because I'm going to kill myself. Ed Rage Hardy, save me from killing myself, Ed Rage Hardy, because Pittsburgh Boy thanks to Pittsburgh Boy, I have a gun in my hand. I have a gun in my hand, and I'm about to blow my brains out. So tell me
Don't pull the trigger. We need the copious notes.
Keep me from pulling that trigger, Ed Rage. What do you got for me?
Well, Raw was boring.
Yep.
But I'm going to say one thing. The one thing that pissed me off, even in the main fucking roster, Tyler Breeze has the job.
Yeah, it's not just that he had a job. He had a job in a weird way. The match was rolling along. I thought that match was rolling along very well. I thought that match could have been very good. I was expecting it to be match of the night. I really was. And then Dean Ambrose goes and does an injury angle. And then he gets a roll-up victory, a cheap roll-up victory. It was so weird. That was the one spot tonight that I thought they could have done something a little surprising. They could have had Tyler Breeze, and they had it set up perfectly because Ziggler already won his match, so it could have been Tyler Breeze and Ziggler in the next round, which would have been interesting. Dean Ambrose could have had the injury and then be frustrated and then cost Roman Reigns. How interesting would it have been if Dean Ambrose would have gone out in the first round and then at Survivor Series cost Roman Reigns the title? Then we have those two feuding. It would have been brilliant. But instead, we're going to get Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in the finals. Oh, I'm telling you. Jesus.
That is exactly what I was planning, what I had in my mind. Have Dean Ambrose turn on Roman.
Yeah. And that still might happen. But it's going to happen in a different way, and it's just going to set up a longer title feud between those two. It's so ABC. It's so by the book. It's so vanilla. It's so boring. There's no creativity. None. What else you got for me, Ed Rage?
There's two people I want to see win this, but obviously they're not.
Yeah.
My number 2 is going to be Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And my number 1 is Cesaro.
Yes. I think that's most people. Yeah, they feel the same way. I'm definitely in that same category. I'm tonight is the first night where I'm starting to have second thoughts about Kevin Owens. I did not love his match tonight. And I've been noticing this has been the way. Why are they booking every heel in the company as a weak heel? Every heel in the company, aside from Wyatt, is a weak heel. And the only reason why Wyatt's not a weak heel is because he's got 3 fucking behemoths with him. But everybody else, if you're a heel, you're weak as fuck. You have no credibility. You have no power. You got no strength. You beat everybody by nefarious means. You roll up people. It's just so boring. It's so boring. There are no interesting heels. Even Kevin Owens' great mic work isn't doing it for me right now. It's just I'm losing faith. Tonight is a faith shaker because this was the night they could have really capitalized and they didn't. What's your rating tonight, bud?
Yeah, I was going to give it a 6, but I get a 5.5.
I talked you down. All right. Let me get to another call. I appreciate the call, Ed Rage.
Wait. Can I have... let me tell you something idea. If they do a 5-on-5 with Taker and Wyatt...
They're not.
I have... This would have been a great 5th member for Wyatt family. I saw a picture, and I liked it. Many people might not like it, but Leo Kruger.
No. Doesn't work. He's got no... What credibility does Leo Kruger, a.k.a. fucking Mr. Party Pooper himself, Adam Rose, have? He has no credibility. None. No, this would have had to been months in advance. They would have had to work him up. They fucked that up completely. I would have liked that because I like Leo Kruger. I like that character. But no, not now. Not now. But I appreciate the thoughts, man. Let me take another call here, bud.
Yeah, I'll see you, man.
Take it easy, man. Dr. Bostonian, I was trying to take your call, but you hung up. Try to take it, but you hung up. The Acting Maniac says, because the kids hate cowards, Dave. So to get the kids to hate the bad guys, they make all the bad guys run away. No, kids used to hate cowards. Now our society teaches you that being a coward is cool. So no, they don't hate cowards anymore. I think kids nowadays would hate the supervillain, the guy who is just destroying people. The major fucking heel, the major villain, Triple H, cerebral assassin heel. That would be over right now because that's detestable in this day and age. Being a coward is in. Being a coward is cool. You know, everyone's a goddamn coward. Everyone's a pussy. So no, I don't buy that for a second, Acting Maniac, but I appreciate the thoughts. Dr. friggin' Bostonian, there he is. What's going on? You're live Dead on Dave.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been. You hate me? What's up?
Nah, it's been very busy.
Too busy to call your favorite fat man? I don't believe it.
That's sadly the truth, but
I can't even make fun of you right now. You sound so upset and depressed, and like it's really true. Like you're doing extra work, like you're laundering Mr. Scrooge's laundry and shit right now, too. What's going on? You all right? Don't kill yourself.
You know, I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. What you got for me tonight, buddy?
Well, I just want to kind of like sum up what I've been thinking and start the WWE. They know they're kind of like joking penis with the situation.
I'm sorry. You were fucking your microphone, so I couldn't hear it.
I mean, basically the WWE right now, the situation they're in, it just sucks penis. And I guess a way to make it better or less predictable would be to have Cesaro win over Reigns.
We know what the ways to be predictable. It's just the fact they're not going to stray from this. They're showing that tonight. The predictability of tonight from A to B, that's what it was tonight. Tonight should have been titled A to B because that's all it was. They had an opportunity with Seth Rollins getting hurt to shake up everything. The roster needs a shake up. And 7 of the most over guys on your roster, the Wyatts and the New Day, don't even crack the tournament. They don't even crack the tournament. The New Day and the Wyatts, 7 guys total, don't even get into the tournament. A tournament that has Kalisto, but not Sin Cara. Yeah. Weird. Kalisto, goddamn Stardust, and Wade fucking Barrett. It makes no sense. boggles the mind.
And that's what I was saying. If you have both of those, like the winner of those four, you could say that Roman Reigns comes in and takes their spot and like turned heel.
Yeah, that's not happening either.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a way to just not be so predictable.
Well, we know the ways not to be predictable.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what's happening. We know the ways
Sadly.
not to be predictable. We're all saying that. You sound like you need a nap.
I missed the end of Raw. So what happened? What is this?
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Let me sum it up. I'll give you the lowdown. What happened? It was so amazing. The Wyatts, who they saved to the end of the show. Why would they be saving the Wyatts to the end of the show? The guys he eats people's souls, but why would they save him to the end of the show? Oh, because they're gonna surprise everybody with the Brothers of Destruction coming back. Oh, and they do. Oh, it's so shocking. The 1990s Dead on Dave, the guy who was very skinny and in shape and was able to pull a lot of pussy. That guy, he was just screaming with excitement. Yay! Go Brothers of Destruction. But this Dead on Dave, the bearded, blonde-headed Dead on Dave, couldn't give two flying fornications, man. They come out and they do the stare down, and the live crowd loved it. They loved the stare down between the Wyatts and Taker and Kane, I guess because they were just so bored they had to get excited for something. And then, of course, predictably, the two Brothers of Destruction, who have a combined age of almost 100 fucking years old, destroy and decimate four young, strong bucks in the prime of their life that have just been dominating people, except for, when it comes to actually winning a feud. Other than then they don't win ever. But it was just mind-boggling. What's the point of having the Survivor Series match now? You're going to put those four against the two of the Brothers of Destruction? Makes no sense. Because now, with 1 week, one more Raw left before Survivor Series, what's the point of now bringing in people to help Taker and Kane next Monday? There's no build to that. There's no excitement. There's nothing that makes it mean a goddamn thing. That's what happened.
It's almost like they need to repackage the Undertaker, because that's not the way he should go out.
They need to retire the Undertaker. You had an R word, but it was the wrong R word. Not repackage, retire. Goodbye. The ride's over. It's been swell. Why not go on the high note? That was that feud with Brock Lesnar. That was a great high note. That was a great feud. People cared more about The Undertaker than they have in probably close to 5 or 6 years. But instead, what do? They give us campy purple lightning Undertaker. It's okay, guys. He's got purple lightning. All right, that's all I could take, Dr. Bostoni. I'm going to take another call. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather be back.
Take it easy, pal. 828, you're live with Dead on Dave. 828, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yo, it's me again, man.
Christ, Tommy, what's up, buddy?
Not much.
Are you here to depress? Are you going to depress us all again?
No.
Are you sure? It's okay. You can.
I just want to inspire people. I just want to say that, Dave, you're a good friend.
I love you to death. You know that, buddy.
Yeah, and I was, you have an awesome show and you have an awesome equality, and you guys just here on the Dead on Dave show have been blowing through the roof since day one and setting the peak higher and higher. And just remember, even though you have arguments with each other, just remember to forgive and forget and to go back and just sit down.
No. I know what you're getting at. No, we're past that. No, Tommy. What are you doing? You're not playing Dr. Phil. Tommy, you're not playing Dr. Phil. There's no Dr. Philling this. There's no Dr. Philling it. The time for reconciliation.
No, Dr. Phil is this. All of a sudden you have to understand that your muscle mojo is lost in your southern comfort, and now you want that. You
what the hell are you talking about? You're like Zeb Coulter. You're like Zeb Coulter tonight. What the fuck was Zeb Coulter talking about? Now I'm wondering what the hell you're talking about. Coming from the mountains of North Carolina, it's Tommy Grizzly. That's your new name. I dubbed thee Tommy Grizzly. Now you got to talk like an old-timey guy. That's the only way you can talk. That's it. That's it. What else you got for me, buddy?
What?
What else you got for me?
Just you're doing a good job tonight. Good show, and I thought beat average for Monday Night Raw. Just to come back and say beat average for Monday Night Raw, and A class for you.
I appreciate that, buddy. And you know what? You get an A+ as well. You get an A+ as well for your amazing channel, Tommy NC 2010 on YouTube. Tommy NC 2010 has been on MTV's Made. He's been on Tosh.0. He's been around the world. Make sure you check him out. He is the most inspirational man on YouTube. Go check him out. I appreciate you calling in.
And here's the thing. I want to get to 20,000 subscribers before 2016.
There you go. Hey, that's a goal. Let's get him there.
Yep. I want to get to 20,000 subscribers. That's my goal right there.
I'll meet you there, buddy. All right? I'll meet you at 20K.
I'll meet you there, too.
Right.
The World Heavyweight 2K champion.
That's right. I'll talk to you later, pal.
Talk to you later.
All right, let's run through some more calls here. 347, you're live. No, you're not live with Dead on Dave, apparently. Let's bring in Tommy C, because I knew you were going to call in now. He tried to Dr. Phil me. Did you see that shit?
I don't know how I was going to tell everybody that I've sold my soul to Satan. I'm attending the church of Anton LaVey's Church of Satan, and I just can't compete with that now. I don't even feel comfortable talking about it.
No,
now.
there's nothing you could do. I just got Dr. Phil'd.
No.
It was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Like Tommy NC tonight has twice brought the show to a grinding halt. Who else could do that?
Pittsburgh boy, I don't know.
Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh boy does it in a non-funny way.
Oh, what do you mean? He was real funny tonight. He's not John Cena. It's one of the most seen that guy in fucking 12 months.
Like, I've been accused of having rose-colored WWE glasses and everything, but Pittsburgh boy, I swear to God, he's got himself a Roman Reigns brand dildo.
He's not John Cena. He's not John Cena.
He's not John Cena.
The only time he ever raised his voice.
If I would have been standing in front of him, he would have punched me right in the schnoz.
Maybe.
I would have got one right in the suck hole.
That's all right. He's a Cindy Crosby fan. It wouldn't hurt that much.
That's right. He's a Pittsburgh fan. What are you going to do? That doesn't hurt that bad.
So they buried the whole roster, huh?
They didn't bury the roster. They just made terrible mistakes with a golden opportunity. They went very predictable. Even more predictable than they usually do.
You think it's because they were in England?
No, I just think it's because they're horrible.
It's safe. They're playing it safe when they're in England.
No, if the funny thing is, they didn't, for an English crowd, they really didn't even play it all that safe. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was just one of those weird things, man.
That's so funny.
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the whole idea behind stuff. I got a voice message. Should I play it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to play this live. I never do this.
If you're going to play it on Skype, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work if I play it on Skype?
No, for some reason, XSplit doesn't pick it up.
Let's see, because I think that you're wrong, but I'm gonna see.
Dave is me.
No, it picks it up.
I'm gonna say
not for me.
Well, yeah, I know you don't hear it, but
what good is it fucking if I can't hear it then?
Well, you can never hear my sound, but they can hear it. So I'm gonna play this voice message. It's 47 seconds, so hang on. just, I know it's the hardest thing I've ever asked you to do is be quiet for the next 47 seconds, but
yeah,
I have faith in you.
I'll mute my microphone.
You mute the microphone. It's the only shot we have. Let's hear what Tony Hall has to say. He sent me a voice message. I would have took his call eventually, but
Dave is me,
it picks it up.
I'm gonna say,
not for me.
I'm gonna say,
I hear it, but
What good is it fucking if I can't hear it? Then?
well,
I just
hear my sound, but they
I
can
can
hear
hear
it. So I'm gonna
you,
play this voice
Tommy.
message. It's 47 seconds, so hang on.
Tommy. I heard the playback through your fucking.
Really?
Yes.
Here. I thought muting my microphone will work.
You didn't mute your microphone.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did.
Okay, well, all right. I'm going to try to play this again. I'm going to kill you. Here we go.
Dave is me. I'm gonna say I eat 5.0 tonight. So I just I watched your live thing. I've been watching that. I'm probably gonna do it soon. I want to holler at you.
All right, that's all I can take. I can't. That's all I can get through. I couldn't get through any more of that.
You gotta let me fix your thing so you can play.
I tried to get through that, but I couldn't get through any more of that.
Doesn't mean it can't be done. Let me tell you.
If I was talking to him, he would have been thrown over the top rope. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Nothing. I got none of that tonight.
Is it mush mouth?
It was mushy. Yes, it was quite mushy. Quite mushy. Josh Hampton in the chat says, Copious King, do you ever think Owen will be in the Hall of Fame? Not if his fucking wife ever has anything to do with it. That woman is not allowing anything to happen. She wants his career to be stricken from wrestling record. That's what she wants. So, Martha Hart, tweet her if she'll take your tweet. She'll probably block you. She has the blocking type to me. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I guarantee you. If somebody says, let your husband in, she'll block you, I'm sure. She seems like that type.
You want to try that?
Yes. I want you to try it. I don't want to try it. I have a reputation.
Why are you so afraid to get blocked from everybody?
I have a reputation to uphold.
What's her name?
Martha Hart. She's probably not even on. You know she's got to not be good if her name is Martha anyway. There's not too many great Marthas.
He looks pissed in this one picture I'm looking at too.
Let's take a call, man. Let's bring in Mendoza, man. Michael Mendoza, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yeah, what's up, Dave?
What's crack-a-lackin', man?
What's up, Tommy? I don't know if Tommy's still there or not.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's happening, guys? No, yeah, what's up? So I heard you had a pretty bad night with Raw tonight, Dave.
Yeah, I was not thrilled. I mean, there are a lot of things that I did like. There were some things I enjoyed. I got to look through my copious amounts of notes to remember what they are because they're so few and far between. But like I said at the beginning of the show, it was one of those but nights. Like almost every segment had something worthwhile a little bit, but it was all but. We got Kevin Owens coming out and being hilarious. Yeah, but then he goes and he has a terrible match. Terrible short match with Titus O'Neil. Why book Kevin Owens with Titus O'Neil? Titus O'Neil was in the 7 guys in the Wyatts and New Day, and Titus O'Neil is in the tournament. There's just something wrong here.
Yeah, it didn't make much sense to me. I mean, I didn't really look at the Wyatts as them probably being in there, but New Day definitely. So, but I didn't think any of the Wyatts, maybe Luke Harper, but I don't think any
Bray
of the other
Wyatt.
guys in there.
Why not
Bray Wyatt? It's not because Bray's in the working this program with the Undertaker. There's no way they're going to put him in that.
When you have your champion go down, your champion who's been champ for 7 months, and he goes down, this is something that you could change shit for. And look, just because Bray was in the first round, he could have lost to somebody and helped make some. That would have pissed a lot of people off too.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah, I would just say that would have
used
killed
him in a better way there, though. Instead of having Titus O'Neil in, all 3 members of the New Day should have been in instead of Titus O'Neil, Kalisto, and Stardust. It makes no sense.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I don't know why they didn't have at least 2 of them in there. I mean, they should have had all 3 of them in there. I didn't understand that at all. But I mean, Raw was sort of, it's hard because it's like there was some decent things about it, but there was a lot of things that just made you shake your head and just like, what?
There were some things that were very effective tonight. I thought Paige was unbelievably effective. I thought her interview was edgy. It was great, and the way she insinuated BNC, meaning bitch and cunt, I thought that was
bitch and cunt. Yeah, I didn't know if anybody caught that because I was like, did she just make a cunt reference?
She totally did.
She totally did, yeah.
She completely did, and it was wonderful.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But like for me, I guess the good things about Raw, if there are any good and solid things about it, was the opening. I love the opening.
I love Triple H's part of the opening.
Triple H was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but he did a great job selling that whole situation there. Obviously, they weren't going to let Roman talk very much, which was the smart thing to do. Every time they did throw it to him, you know, it was, like I said, I'm not going to say it was shit. I'm going to say it was okay.
You're being generous. But
I'm not being generous,
but the interesting thing about that is every time that Triple H, because I thought Triple H did a great job in that promo. But
he did, yep.
Every time that he really got going, I felt he took a step back to try to pat Roman Reigns on the back. And I felt it just made for an ineffective promo all in all. And then Roman comes out after that. Roman could have saved the entire segment by having a great match with somebody, but instead we get Big Slow.
I don't blame him for that. That's more for me.
I do blame him for that. I blame Roman.
I can't blame him for that.
At this stage in Roman's career, you've got to find a way to be able to work well with every talent on the roster.
I agree.
You've got to be a ring general, and you've got to make it work. You want to be the guy.
I agree with that.
That's what you do. Ric Flair could have wrestled in front of 80,000 person crowds with a fucking broomstick.
I agree with that, but I also disagree with you on that because the fact that you can't, you know, people are going to have bad matches here and there no matter what. And just to your point, you know, a guy who's great and you love Kevin Owens and all that stuff. To his point, he just recently had a terrible match, as you know, from Hell in a Cell with Ryback.
Yes,
so
he did.
I don't blame Kevin Owens for that.
But those are few and far between.
Those are few and far between. Yeah, I know, but
every time Roman is not in there with a AAA talent, every time that Roman is in there with a guy who's a B player, a B plus player even, he has a bad match. He has to be in there with the best of the best, or it simply doesn't come out in him. That's a problem. I don't know.
I can't agree with that 100%. But
that's okay. It's my show. You don't have to agree with me. It's still my show. At the end of the day, I still get to hang up on you and still be my show.
I know you do. And I will still call in because I love you and I love the show. So I won't take any offense to it. But I'm just going to state my opinion because that's why I love your show.
Absolutely.
I can state and disagree with you. But I don't agree 100% with you. But I can't shit on Roman for that, for having that, you know, mediocre match with Big Show. It's just Big Show. Come on. Had it been somebody else, you know, but I could agree with you, but not Big Show. I mean, come on.
Here's the thing. This is the thing. He just had a decent match with Big Show not that long ago, and Big Show also worked some decent matches before he went out again. So it's not like Big Show is not completely unentertaining. He can.
No, I'm not saying that, but I mean, he's definitely hard to work with. You know, definitely it's totally different.
He poses
mindset when you're working
challenges.
with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you are the top guy, if you are the guy who is going to be the man, then you got to find a way to work with these guys. You got to.
I agree with you on
when
that.
You're kicking off Raw, you're kicking off the tournament, the biggest tournament we've had in WWE in years. You've got to do something more than that boring snooze fest of a match. Like at least hit him in the mouth when he tried to say I'm a giant again. Just hit him in the mouth when he tried to say I'm a giant.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like I said, it was not a good match, and definitely if you're trying to sell Roman as being the champion, as they obviously are, and after seeing that bracket, man, as soon as I saw the bracket, it was already known. I mean, pretty much 95%. You know that Roman and Ambrose are going to be at the final, and what's probably going to happen is either Ambrose or I'm pretty sure Roman's going to go over. He's going to get that title, man, and I think a lot of people they expected it, but I think a lot of people also didn't think they would put it on him right now, but. I think if Seth was still here, obviously he wouldn't get the belt. But now that Seth isn't here, they're gonna go 100% with this guy. They're gonna give it to him. I think they're gonna give him the belt, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be interesting for sure, man. I tell you that.
I think tonight could be one of those times where when they look back, it might be one of those situations where if it was a definite situation where Roman was gonna win, he may not be anymore. I think tonight when they look back on it, I think they're gonna have some reservations. I got that feeling. I'm not 100% sure he's walking out of Survivor Series with that belt. I just
for your sake and a lot of people's sake, I hope you're right. But for my sake, I mean, like I said, I don't mind. I'm still on this guy. I still appreciate what he does, and I still think he's solid guy in the ring. Can't hate the guy, man. I can't. You know what you need to do, Dave? And by the way, if you have to do this, when Roman does eventually win this title, because I'm pretty sure he's going to win this title. I don't know if it's going to be Survivor Series or maybe a month from now.
He's definitely going to win the title at some point. Yeah.
Hey, but I believe he's going to win Survivor Series. I don't see it not happening. The only way he's not going to win is if Ambrose wins, and I don't think. I mean, I'm okay with Ambrose winning, but I don't think they're going to give it to Ambrose. I mean, they probably should, just so that way they could take some of that heat off of Roman, because everyone's already sort of like shaking their heads. They know that Roman's going to win, or they feel like he's going to win. So just switch it up.
The interesting thing about this is the way they booked Ambrose tonight. They started down a path of bizarreness. He's going to be nursing this shoulder injury for the rest of the tournament now. That's going to lead to frustration. I have a feeling he's going to end up, I don't know, withdrawing something. And I got a feeling whoever takes his place in the tournament, somebody is going to take the place of somebody in this tournament. That is like, that it's predictable WWE booking. It's what they do. They do it every time, and they're going to do it again. Somebody is going to be eliminated from this tournament. And that's why I think that they sold the injury tonight with Dean Ambrose. I think that's why they did it, because he's going to be taken out of this tournament. Someone's going to take his place. Whoever that person is probably going to be the guy who beats Roman Reigns, because Dean Ambrose screws him out of the title.
Well, yeah, I still agree that I personally think that Dean Ambrose is going to screw Roman in some sort of way. I thought it was going to happen either way, whether Seth was when Seth was there, and now that he's not there. But I do agree that he's going to screw Roman. I think he is going to do it probably that pay-per-view. I do, yeah. I mean, if they want to take Ambrose out now that they're selling that shoulder injury, maybe they switch him out for somebody, or maybe he just loses because of it. Maybe he just, he plays it off during the next match. I don't know who's his next opponent. I don't remember who's his next opponent.
I don't know if it's
Ziggler.
It's
Ziggler. I think so.
Yes,
Ziggler.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can totally see him dropping it, and then that would fuel his, his heel turn.
He's going to get past Ziggler
thing.
because they've got to sell Ziggler and Tyler Breeze for Survivor Series. So
okay, well, I could see Owens making it to the end. I can see Owens making it to the end.
Because that means it'll line up to be Owens and Ambrose in the semis.
Yeah, so I could see them throwing it to Owens, and that way they have their face and their heel, and that way it'll make it a little bit.
Owens beating Dean in the semifinals, and then Dean costing Roman in the finals. I could see that happening. I think that's
I can see that happening, but I don't know, man. It's in my gut. I feel like they're going to give it to Reigns, and it's going to piss a lot of people off. But
because here's the thing: we have been able to bury him completely, at least because I've been fair to the guy. I think I've been very fair to Roman.
No, you are, especially
more than most
because
people
I call.
have.
So I know.
But once he gets that title and he shows everything that everybody's been talking about is 100% true, there's no more defending him. You put this title on him now, I think it ruins him.
You put this title on him now, he's going to end up exactly like he did during the Royal Rumble. I mean, they really haven't given him enough downtime, or for the lack of a better word, to really make the fans kind of embrace him. Otherwise, sorry, Pittsburgh boy, he's Cena.
He is. He's
yeah, I was laughing when that happened. He's not Cena. He's not Cena.
Cena. No, I mean, that's all. You know what? And that's all they're looking to do. They're looking to replace Cena. John's getting in his late 30s now. It makes a certain amount of financial sense. But the problem is the game has changed. The fans have changed. They want something different. Yes, there is that younger crowd. But, that younger crowd that grew up worshiping Cena is now entering their late teens and early 20s. So
but there's always a new younger crowd.
There's always a new younger crowd, but Roman Reigns is not John Cena in the sense that we don't know if he can sell like Cena did. So it's still a gamble. They're just basically reinventing a new formula, and there is absolutely no way it will 100% work. Let's take a look. Let's go back in history. Let's take a look at the Ultimate Warrior. Yes, there were some similarities, but long term, the Ultimate Warrior transition from Hulk Hogan didn't exactly work for especially as long as Hogan did.
But there's always been a guy like Hogan. There's always before him, it was superstar Billy Graham. But
he didn't sell tickets like Hogan did, and you know what?
Superstar Billy Graham sold tickets like Hogan did. He certainly did.
I mean, we didn't really see a guy like Hogan take over the business until Stone Cold. He changed
the industry. There's no question about that.
We didn't see anything close to his superstardom or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I hate the words they use on WWE. But I think is they're trying to do the same format, and there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee it's going to work, and B, there's a good portion of the fans that don't like it. It's not so much because of Roman. I don't believe it's actually because of Roman. I think it's because of the way they've shoved him down your throat second time around. And I got to be honest with you, that's. I think this is a lot worse sign than both you guys are actually looking at it long term. I think this could be a real death knell for them if they do
not
this
for
wrong.
WWE. No, because they can always abandon him. They can always abandon him. There's failed projects all the time, and if Roman Reigns ends up being a failed project, he becomes a failed project. It's just
that's a pretty big failed project, and it also means they can't learn from their mistakes, and that's longer term.
That's the wrestling industry. That's not just WWE. They're gonna go formulaic until people stop showing up in stadiums.
Yeah.
Well, I think if they put the belt on Roman now, or even within the next month or so, and it fucks up and it blows up on them, I think it'll I wouldn't say it'll bury him, but at the same time it might help him in the long run, because then maybe they will have no choice but to go in the route that everyone is thinking they should go, which is turning him heel and just making him a badass. And
I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to give you one name. I'm going to give you one name because they tried something like this in the heel side. I'm going to give you one name, The Miz. He never recovered from that fucking terrible title run. Ever.
No. But there's a small difference in the fact that Roman is an imposing figure, and I think people might appreciate him just a little more than The Miz.
But the thing is, he's a worse worker than The Miz, which is saying something. And he's nowhere near the mic guy that The Miz is. I think Miz is a better talent than Roman Reigns. Roman just has a better look. Who gives a fuck about a look sometimes?
Roman Reigns can get over, but not in his current incarnation.
No, he needs to be a badass.
He can get over. He can get over as a heel.
Either a heel turn or a complete and total gimmick rework.
Yes,
he has to be from the top down.
Yeah, he's got to be able to go out and get that mic and be able to tell the fans in a PG way to fuck off.
No,
he's got to be
able.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
He doesn't need a mic. Fuck that microphone. He needs to go and take a shit on that microphone in the middle of the ring and then punch everybody in the face. Fuck that microphone.
Benoit wasn't a mic guy, and they need a rework of his gimmick 100%. His current
Benoit didn't need to be, though.
Yeah, and I don't know what that shit. I'm not smart enough or talented enough to tell you what that gimmick rework should be, but it definitely needs to be, because the fans will never accept him as a champion and in his current good guy incarnation. And I don't necessarily think it's a heel turn. It has to be something, oh God, cool.
It's so simple. Yeah, it's so simple. It really seems like it's a light bulb thing.
A lot of guys have done it. A lot of guys have completely look at Stunning Steve Austin, and there's a lot of guys have done. They've completely reworked. You almost forget what their personalities were like 7, 5, 10 years earlier. Yes. It can be done, but it's going to take some serious creativity on Roman's part, and it's going to take some serious creativity on the WWE's writers' part, which I just simply don't think they have the talent.
Well, see, it doesn't even take creativity. It takes scaled back. You just got to be just let him be. Austin got interesting when he just got to be Austin. When he got to go out there, punch people in the face.
He was allowed.
Yes. And that's the thing. And I've been saying this for the past 18 months. They want Roman in this role. They want him to be the next John Cena. That's who they want. Let's go Roman. Roman sucks. That's what they want. And they're getting that.
They're going to get it, but like I said, I mean, it is kind of scary to think that maybe they might end up fucking this guy. When they put this belt on him, if they do put the belt on him in Survivor Series, it might be a downfall for him. I mean, but I don't know if it will. I still think that he's over with a good amount of fans, especially the young fans.
Manchester hated him.
Well, fuck it, it's England, man. It's fucking
Manchester hated him tonight.
You got to understand something about here in Europe. A lot of the wrestling fans here in Europe tend to be a little more on the smart side because they don't have. Look, you have to stay up late to watch a wrestling. It's a little. It's more niche over here. So being more niche, you create more smart fans, and naturally not like Roman. I don't know. I mean, I have a bunch of English and Irish friends that live right here in Wiesbaden and back home in Ireland, and they all seem to be more of the smart type because they don't have Raw and SmackDown. They have to either tape it or happen to be up that night. So they're not going to like a Roman Reigns. They're only going to like A, somebody from England or Ireland or Wales, or B, somebody that the smart fans generally enjoy. Yeah. That's the way it's work over here.
Hey, Mendoza, I appreciate the call, man. What's your final rating tonight?
Probably going to stick with a 6, probably. I mean, I think it was, like I said, there was some good things out of it, so I can't say it was really bad, but yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.
Fair enough, 6. Man. I appreciate the call, my friend.
All right, man. Thanks, man. I was calling him like a beast, man. It was probably the most I've ever called in. I felt like I was on a Joe Cronin
over
show.
The top rope, Dave.
Yeah, you're over the top rope. My cock is in your mouth, and now you're out. Now you're out of the ring. The fuck. While all that was going on, Terry absolutely took control of that fucking chat and just dominated. She imposed her will. Did you see this shit?
No, I did.
Man, it's great. This is great reading. While Mendoza was saying the same thing over and over and boring me, I started reading some of the things in the chat. Terry, this is just out of nowhere. Jake, all capitals, so she's screaming. This is great. Jake, listen to me and fucking listen up. When you're out and you go away, you will spam or threaten anyone. I will squash you and you will stay out. Do you hear me, Jake?
Who did
Terry.
Jake threaten?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm taking completely out of context because Terry, that turned me on. They got me hot. It was fantastic. Terry getting crazy.
Sorry, I'm tired. Not to argue with Saad, but he pushed my buttons and gave me a chance. Boy, look at Terry.
What the hell are you talking about? What happened?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck she was who she smacked down and why. But,
I don't know. I'm sure he deserved it if Terry put it down on him like that.
Yeah, well, good job, Terry.
Good job, Terry. I agree.
Terry, the Snow Queen enforcer.
That's right. Adrian Alex Poe says, who has more chance of turning heel, Reigns or Ambrose? Ambrose, because it's 100% and 0%. 100% for Ambrose, 0% for Reigns. That's called predictability, folks.
You really blew that with him.
Pittsburgh is still in the chat defending you. I can't believe it. That's incredible.
Defending himself?
Defending Roman, that he's not John Cena.
Fuck with John Cena. He's the most popular wrestler ever. Get over it, fucking Pittsburgh.
Get over it. It's okay. It's ridiculous. Real quick, let's run through some copious amounts of notes before I get you guys out of here.
I'm a fan of Sidney Crosby, and it's hard enough being called a pussy. No, I'd pick Roman Reigns, and he's going to be a pussy too.
He's a pussy. Oh, the Bears won tonight. I don't really care that much, but hey, it's okay. Jay Davis says, Dave, this Mendoza guy should be a co-host, and you choose Raw. No offense, but Mendoza is gold. Well, here's the thing. It's interesting that you bring that situation up. I'm glad that you brought that up, Jay Davis. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, who, by the way, has a brand new album. You see the graphic for it right here, as a matter of fact. Good fucking timing. Black Mozart, December 17th, 2015. And on that day, he will be here for a very special Creators Corner, album-dropping Creators Corner. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be great. So make sure you check that out. Black Mozart, available digital distribution everywhere you can find it. You can download it that day. Make sure you do so. But it's interesting you brought that up, Jay, because I did offer the job to Raw, and it wasn't because I kind of already offered it to Mendoza, and Mendoza didn't get back to me. So if a guy doesn't capitalize on an opportunity, Mendoza kind of liked the role that he had, so I decided to keep him where he was. So I give it to Raw because Raw could take a beating. Like, he is when a porn star is tired of getting nailed in the ass, they call in Raw because he could take the ass pounding better than anyone else I know. It's incredible. And so here he is. Here's a picture of him. He looks like a Green Day reject. It's fantastic. And I say, Raw, it's your job. It's yours. You could be the co-host on Dead on Dave Live every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you got to do, have a microphone, have some headphones, and not use a Wi-Fi connection. That's it. Not asking a lot. Is that unreasonable, Tommy?
No, it sounds like early Jake Link.
Right? So an hour before the broadcast, this guy, this Green Day reject says,
fails on all fronts.
Can I use my phone? No, you can't. So you can't use your phone, but that's okay. So all that happens, and then why this is pertinent, Jay Davis, is because we do have a new co-host. We have an official co-host, and the announcement's being made right here, right now, that from now on, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dead on Dave Live.
Oh, it's me. I'm your new co-host.
No, unfortunately, that's not the case. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is Too Tall. Too Tall from XLT Live Podcast will be joining me as my new official co-host. And then once football's over, we're going to Sundays, and he'll be there more frequently. I'm very excited to announce Too Tall. Welcome, give him a welcome when you hear him, when you see him. Tweet him, say, welcome to Dead on Dave, bitch.
Order drink a raw.
Yes. The thing is, I don't think I can beat up on him too much because I'm afraid he will kill me.
Well, we live in Germany, so we can goof on him from over here.
Yeah, but that's like 7 steps to him. He walks across oceans.
Look at Pittsburgh boy. Dave, I got something to say to Tommy about Crosby.
All right,
I got something to say too. He's like me in junior high, couldn't score.
I'm gonna let Pittsburgh call back in, just because I want to hear him. I want to hear you destroy him.
Wine.
Mendoza wants to call back in. It's probably because of the whole co-host thing. Let's see what Mendoza. What's up? I have a feeling I know what this is about. What's up?
Yeah, man. What's up? No, well, of course, because I just heard it. You know, because I had to call in and talk to you about it. Because, dude, that must have been. I mean, if that's what you felt, man, that was a total misunderstanding. I mean, from what I understood,
I said I had a spot for you.
Yeah, and dude, I've been waiting every
and then
single
I didn't
day
hear
since
from you for 3
that.
weeks.
No, but
you didn't even call in.
You were gonna call me and talk about it. That's what you told me that night, and that's what I was waiting for.
Miscommunications. You know,
I would have accepted that. I would have accepted that.
Fortune favors the bold, Mendoza.
I would have accepted that in a heartbeat. I even told you that day that you told me, man.
Vince McMahon once says, sometimes you got to take that brass ring. I dangled it, and you didn't grab it. You didn't grab the brass ring, Mendoza.
Look, man, I was being respectful, man. I was trying to be respectful to your show.
Well, look, but you know what, though? Man. It's not so bad because I like you in the role that you are. I give you 20, 25 minutes a show. I think that works pretty well. And I don't know what your time schedule is, and that's the conversation we never got to have. So it's okay. And it works well.
It should like I said, I just didn't want you to have a misunderstanding of the situation because from what it sounded like you did have a misunderstanding.
Oh no, I was just burying you because it's fun.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I would have accepted that right away, man. I just, like I said, I didn't want to harass you and be like, dude, am I going to be on the show? Dude, am I going to do this?
Fair enough.
Do that? I didn't want to be like that. So I was just, I'm 26 years old, man. I just wanted. If you were going to have me on the show, I would have taken that and I would have kicked that.
Well, hey, I've always let you call in. It's not like I've never let you call in, so you're good.
All right, just like I said.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think I know who can solve this issue. We could have the Mendoza report, and you guys can kind of communicate off.
Well, that was the role that I was going to actually offer him.
We'll give you bumper music and everything.
Yeah.
And then Paul bows out. You know, we do what we do on Shot from the Point. You guys, start putting together Team Dave. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't want Team Dave.
Really?
No, I don't want Team Dave.
Okay.
It's too much pressure. I can't deal with it.
We'll
talk more, Mendoza. Get in contact with me. Actually, call me, okay?
Dude, you told me you were going to call me. You're the boss.
I told you to call me.
I look at you as the boss. Okay. You're the boss. You're the boss. You tell me what to do. So exactly, I know my role. So you asked that maybe if I can help you out, and of course I would have helped you out, man. I call on the show as much as anybody else does. So I definitely would have came and tried to help you out. Yeah, I don't have a mic, just like Raw, the entertainer doesn't have a mic. I would have,
if you don't have a mic, then this conversation's over.
Well, I would have taken a little bit of time, and I would have tried to do it for you, man. But like I said, I just didn't want you to have a misunderstanding, man. Because like I said, I just sounded like you were like waiting for me to It sounds like you gave me the job, and I said no, I don't.
No, that's not. I don't think that's how I said it at all. But now that you're sounding butthurt, I'm kind of glad I didn't give you the job.
No, man.
This is the guy that I have to deal with. This is the shit I'd have to deal with. Really? It's the middle of a show, buddy.
Like I said, I just wanted to shout out to Jay Davis, man, to Real Talk for even saying that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love from him, man.
All right, Doza. Let me get Pittsburgh get yelled at here by Tommy, okay?
All right, man. You guys
take it easy, buddy.
Take care, man.
Oh yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. I think I made the right call. Pittsburgh boy, you're live with Dead on Dave. Prepare.
So, Tommy, you got something to say about Crosby, huh?
Yeah, he can't score with the shit. It's like fucking me in a fucking, like whorehouse when I was 13. Can't score. It's illegal. I mean, what the fuck? What's your excuse? And apparently your favorite wrestler can't score either because they're going to give him the title. Everybody's going to boo him. What do you got to say to me?
Actually, before Rollins got hurt, he was originally planning to win
No.
Yeah.
That's Meltzer. That's Meltzer, and it's probably bullshit. He didn't fucking cite a source. He even says it.
Hey, it wouldn't have mattered. Everybody would have booed.
Pittsburgh, do not listen to Meltzer. You listen to Meltzer all the time. That's why you're always wrong. You're always wrong because you listen to Meltzer. Stop listening to Meltzer.
Well, what's their record? I don't know. My internet was out all weekend. What do you mean? Did Crosby can't score with the shit? We're going on like it couldn't score in the fucking playoffs in 2014.
He was have a winning record, 9-5.
Guys, 90 seconds is all the hockey that we can do on a non-hockey show where everyone turns off. That's science.
You got fucking like a fucking awesome team and they can't win shit because you got LeBron James in your team.
Yeah, why don't you have Crosby drop a fucking play for you, Pittsburgh? Why don't you do that? He'll tell you how to run a play.
Still better than Kane.
Oh, fuck off. Get the... What the fuck?
It's not Cena.
Not only is Patrick Kane a better scorer, he's probably better with the ladies, too. Now, that's an edgy line. That's an edgy line. None of you would have the balls to say that line, but I did. That's an edgy fucking line. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired.
Well, call it a day.
What? Yeah, I think that's everything about. I did not get the copious amounts of notes. We had so many callers tonight.
Call it a day.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let's look through them real quick. Let's see here. Kevin Owens, hilarious. He loses a short match, or he wins a short match. Paige was awesome. Paige and Becky have a great match. Yeah, this is something I did want to talk about. Paige and Becky had a really, really good match. Becky wins with a roll-up, which is kind of the theme of the night, with a handful of tights. Then Paige loses her mind and puts the PTO on the table. I thought that was a great spot. I loved that, and it didn't get any love. It didn't seem like the crowd reacted. But again, WWE heavily edited tonight's shit. They just kept turning down the crowd volume. I don't understand that strategy. What is that? Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
I mean, can you think of any logical reason why they would say, you know what? We need the crowd to sound like they're less into this.
Because you have a bunch of people that don't know what the fuck they're doing and that they're... I really honestly think that you have a bunch of guys that don't know what wrestling fans want in the highest ranks of wrestling entertainment. I think that's just it. And I think that's really... Half the problems that we talk about on these wrestling shows, podcasts all over the fucking world are that. I think we have people that are hopelessly out of touch with 15-year-old boys. I really do believe that.
Well, because this 15-year-old boys aren't the demographic. That's the thing.
I mean, who's watching? So who's the biggest demographic?
8 to 12-year-olds, man. That is 5 to 12-year-old. That's the demographic. It's a PG.
Here's the thing, too. There will come a day. There will come a day that if they keep catering to that group, that the group that spends more money, which would be 18 to 35, will start lessening.
It'll be the same thing that we saw in the 90s. This is a pattern that continues to repeat itself. It continues to repeat itself, and it's going to continue to do so. As soon as they can't milk the fucking PG crowd anymore, they will turn to the older demographic again. They just will.
It's giving them money. Yeah,
it's crazy. Speaking of more craziness, I know you have not seen any of Del Rio's return, but this,
I have.
You have seen some of it.
I'm a Del Rio fan, as you well know.
Yeah, you're a Del Rio connoisseur.
I wouldn't say connoisseur, but I'm a bit of a fan. I do like him.
But
I think it was great that the way he came back and did, because like nobody saw it come in. It looked like their situation was pretty much buried because he kind of left out of nowhere. I always thought like. The only thing about Del Rio is when his last run, I mean, I thought he was doing excellent work, but the crowd simply wasn't responding to it. It's funny how a guy that would take this much time off and come out and have this much of an impact this early.
Unfortunately, that was only for one night.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. it was one night, and then the next week. The next week, the fans already stopped caring, and now they're pushing this Mex America stupid shit. And Zeb Coulter is out there rambling about armpits and deodorant, and then Del Rio's just like, "Viva Mex America!" It's so fucking weird and stupid. I could not even begin to look. Del Rio has to be going to the back, going, "What the fuck is this storyline?" And he's coming from a place where they murdered people on the wrestling program, and the goddamn title belt is probably going to be the key to vampirism. That's where he just came from. And he's got to be like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever been involved with. Because you got Dutch Mantel, Zeb Coulter, sitting there with his weird facial hair of doom, doing weird shit, talking about deodorant, talking about haters. If he says haters one more, I think I hate him saying haters more than hate Big Show saying I'm a giant. It's just driving me insane.
I'm a giant. I'm the giant. Yeah,
I'm a giant. Your name used to be Giant, dick fuck.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't need to remind us. Okay, Show. Paul, go out and just say you're a giant.
Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go out and you're just going to say I'm a giant. It's terrible.
You are.
It's like, because I know every time that I see the Big Show, I forget. I'm like, oh, thank you. Yeah, that's right. You are. That's right. Thank you. You take up half the ring. How are we going to forget?
Yeah.
Anyway, Natalya versus Naomi in another throwaway match. They had the exact same match that Natalya had with Tamina. I don't understand why not just get to the meat and potatoes of this, which is Sasha versus Natalya. I don't understand why beating around the bush here. Bad is not a big enough faction to warrant going through the two underlings. Makes absolutely no sense. Unless, of course, this is the way to break up Bad, which I have a feeling it is. And that's a payoff. As long as there's a payoff, I don't mind stupidity. As long as there's a payoff. So hopefully there will be. But the match was bad. Natalya gets the damn thing. Somehow she hurt her ankle while getting her head run into the turnbuckle post. That was weird. She went face first into the ring post and grabbed her ankle. That was strange. That was a weird one for me, man. Sheamus and Cesaro, they had the best match of the night. Should not be a surprise. And it's not even because of Sheamus. It was because Cesaro was just an absolute monster yet again. Gets the victory, which is shocking, right? Cesaro gets a win, let alone in a tournament, setting up a huge match between him and Roman Reigns. But unfortunately, we know the outcome of this, folks, unless WWE grows some balls and makes this stop right here and has Cesaro actually go over Reigns. There is virtually no chance of that happening, but how awesome would it be if they did? Oh, my God. Because then I would love to just say, I was wrong. They surprised me, but I doubt it. But I have a bad feeling that pretty soon here we're going to read about Cesaro, that he's injured. It looked like he tore his biceps in this match. That's what it looked like to me. He looked bad, so I have a feeling he's going to be gone. But hopefully not. We'll see. Dean Ambrose versus Tyler Breeze, I had so much hope for, and it just fell on its face. It was so weird. I've talked about that, the weird injury angle they did with Dean Ambrose. Unless that has a payoff at him turning heel on Roman, hopefully before the title match, because I don't want to see them in the finals anyway. It was just weird, and I think it was a waste of Tyler Breeze, who I absolutely love. He called Renee ugly before the match. That was great. She was dressed like a Puritan tonight. That was weird. She had the collar all the way up to the frickin' throat hole and everything. It was strange, Tommy.
Sounds kind of hot.
Not really. Yeah, hot as in like sweaty. That's it.
Yeah.
Not hot in any way that we'd like it to be. And then, of course, I got my unicorns. The New Day, my unicorns. They were awesome once again. And
No shock.
What's that?
No shock.
No shock.
No shock at all.
But they were outraged at the fact that they were not in the tournament. I think they had to share the same outrage we all had. And then they were put into a nice little six-man tag with Neville and the Usos. It was a really nice match right until yet another roll-up. And then we got the snooze. Oh, I almost choked on spit. I almost died on the air choking on spit, folks. That was scary.
Don't worry, I would have handled the show.
Yeah, you got this. I have confidence in you. And then we got the Wyatts, which we've talked about ad nauseum tonight. Very strange, very weird. It was obvious, saving for the end of the night, that it was going to be Kane and Taker. And two 50-year-old men decimated four gigantic late 20s, early 30-year-olds like it was nothing. Okie dokie.
They're not ready. Not ready.
They're not ready yet.
They're not ready.
Damn it.
I knew when Austin was ready. I'll know when these guys are ready.
Damn it, Paul. Shut up.
They're not ready.
But Vince, I think that we should, Vince, Shut up, Paul.
Yep.
Stephanie, get in here and suck his cock. Do it. Shut him up. Got anything to add? I'm about done. My throat hurts.
Done. Absolutely. Done. Donezo.
Ooh, we got Too Tall in the chat. Too Tall, the new co-host on Dead on Dave Live on Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Too Tall's in the chat. What up, Too Tall? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, congratulations, Too Tall.
I think I made the right choice. Mendoza chastised me, but I think I made the right choice.
Yes. Okay. I suppose. I don't know. Maybe Too Tall suck. I don't know.
It's okay. Sometimes the lesson learned tonight is sometimes you got to take the bull by the horns. That's the lesson.
Hey, Dave, what do you think of Raw?
Or that I'm full of shit. That's possible, too. One final story tonight, because you guys might be hearing less from me. Less from me because Fallout 4 is out, folks. Fallout 4 is out. My life is about to change. Now, I think that you guys don't understand that when I say things at the end of my show, like, if you don't have talent, have talented friends, and I'm terrible at everything I do, I don't think you realize how literal I mean those things. For the last 3 days, you see, I pre-ordered Fallout 4. I got it cheap. I got it online, pre-ordered it. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to download it. Waiting for the download link to open for the last 3 days so I can preload this bitch. So excited. It's still not there. Not there. Today, it's the 10th. It should already be there. Not there. I'm like, fuck. So I go into the site and I see it says Steam and there's no games underneath it. So then on a lark, I just click on Steam. And that's when I noticed it was a fucking drop down and Fallout 4 has been there for 4 goddamn days. And now your dumbass boy, Dead on Dave, has to fucking wait the next 6 or 7, 9, 10 hours, whatever it's going to be, to download this 25 gig fucking game. Because I'm too big of an idiot. I can't even say it right. Because I didn't hit the drop down. Can you fucking believe this shit?
That's funny.
It was horrible. Oh, and my daughter cheated on a test today. That's the other thing I wanted to say.
Oh.
She got caught cheating on a test today. First time.
How'd she get caught?
Because she's sitting next to her little troglodyte friend. And, and they're having a conversation. Giving answers back and forth on a pop quiz. And my daughter, when she gets an inch, she wants more. And give her a rope, she wants to be a cowboy. So she's all excited, and apparently she got too loud. Boom, got caught.
Damn.
Got caught. Teacher comes over, takes her papers. Boom. My daughter got busted. Not good. Not good. But it's okay. She got caught. It happens, and I think she learned a very valuable lesson. So there you go.
You should have talked to me first. I would have fucking had a way.
You would have just told her to bring a cheat sheet with her.
Yeah, show you how to write really small and on your hands and shit. Way better ways to cheat. Or
we all cheat. Everybody cheats. It's about not getting caught.
Yep.
Don't go. Not everything works out like it does for the Patriots. They get caught all the time, but they beat it anyway. Life doesn't always work out that way. Unfortunately, we're not all Patriots.
I don't cheat at video games.
I don't cheat at video games. Did you ever have the game Genie or anything like that?
No, never.
Yeah, I never had an interest.
Yeah, but I mean, single player games. I care when they do it online. I don't care if somebody fucking just makes himself invincible in their own time. That's fine.
That sounds like an H1Z1 thing.
Yeah, I hate when they do it on H1Z1. Fucking you shoot the guy and he's just in there laughing at you. You know.
Hey, what's your Steam name, man? So people can come play H1Z1 with you.
No, fuck that.
You don't want to.
No.
Well,
there's one of our fans has it, and that's enough.
We're not gonna beat that. There it is. No, fuck that. Tommy does not want to play video games with you. So there we go. Tommy's not playing video games with any of you guys. So look, there you go. I really do appreciate all of the support tonight, guys. Thank you for calling in. Oh, we got a donation. I didn't see it because my damn thing's not working. I apologize for that. I know it's showing up, but the $1 Million Laugh is not working. Al Bundy Del Rio donated $1. Is it me? or am I watch the Nature Boy Buddy Wyatt show? Viva la no, ma'am. Well, that was incoherent, but
he knows what you're talking about.
I appreciate the buck. I appreciate the buck, even with the incoherent ramblings. Other than that, Tommy, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you, and tell them about that daily show you and I do.
Just go to your YouTube search and write "Shot from the Point Hockey." Shot from the point hockey. And I should be the first channel to click on. Click subscribe, even if you don't. If you like Dave more than me, just click subscribe. You don't have to fucking listen. Just make me look good.
No.
That's it.
No, it's okay. You don't actually have to listen to the shows. Just subscribe.
I don't care if you listen or not. I don't give a fuck. A lot of people pay for subs. What the fuck? I mean, I don't care if you listen or not.
But make sure you check us out there because we do a daily show. Now, he does his weekly show, Shot from Point Live, which is coming back this Sunday, correct?
I hope so.
I hope so, yeah. God willing. Allah willing. Satan willing.
Satan.
Satan.
But
we also do a daily show in the crease.
All your resting chance. You will settle. You will rest in the charred walls of the damned.
That's right. The charred halls of the damned.
Reign in hell like me.
That's right. But we do In the Crease with Tommy C every day, Monday through Thursday. It's a great hockey show, man. If you like hockey talk, that's a lot of fun. It's great. You got to check it out. We have a blast. We had a great show tonight. Make sure you go check that out. In the Crease with Tommy C on Shot from the Point, the most badass hockey podcast of all time. Other than that, that's all I got. Adrian Alex Poe says, who wins title at Survivor Series? And without even missing a beat, Too Tall says Kalisto. How good is this guy? Come on.
Glad you burned the other guy for him.
That's right. I spurned two guys for him, if you think about it.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty good. So you better be worth it, Too Tall. You better fucking really perform, buddy.
Now I got to say goodbye to my wonderful pregnant wife.
All right. Well, I'm about to get up out of here anyway because my daughter's about to get up. I got to get her out to school. So thank you guys very much for joining me. It's 7 o'clock in the morning here, by the way. So, yeah, it's school time here in Germany. So thank you guys very much for joining me and Tommy once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions, man. I hope you guys found some enjoyment in Raw, but more enjoyment here. It's the most awesome review on YouTube, man. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you feel like donating, do so in the description box below. Go check out the website, deadondave.net. It's going under improvements, but it's getting better. And, of course, www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. Pick up the copious gear. It's getting cold. Get yourself a copious
Real
hoodie.
Talk donated $5. Real Talk donated $5. I don't think he saw it, but I did.
Okay, wait, there we go. Let me read the thing. Real Talk donated $5. Yes, he did. Real Talk 74 donated $5. Much love to everyone down with Real Talk and the DOD family. That's right. Real Talk has an album coming out December 17th. In fact, here's the promo for it. We're going to go out with that. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, go ahead, Tommy. Do it.
I'm talented. Yeah, Dave's a real no talent. He's very lucky to have me.
I agree. Have talented friends. Keep it copious, bitches. We'll see you next time. Peace.
I gotta go.
Every so often, a musician emerges that changes the landscape of their genre, changes the definition of what is, alters the rules set by those who came before. That musician brings with him music that shatters the image of the status quo, music that transforms, music that ushers in new inspiration, new ideas, and new life. That musician and that music is here.
And the best in the biz.
Evil genius, what up?
Best in the world. December 17th, 2015, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah presents Black Mozart.